All right, hey yo, this is another video, so let's go. Okay, man, this is the sixth installment of my of Halloween, 2021. Where I'm at is a place where a musical legend is. People always bring his name up with that, but it's Miles Davis. At first, I get into different styles of music, and it was at one point it was something I had heard a while back, and I'm very in tune with Jimi Hendrix, and it was like what was going on was Jimi Hendrix. Something that happened where he had, supposedly after he had passed, he had a I'm gonna keep it real because I wasn't gonna bring this up or say this, but I'm going to. But he had a sex tape back in the day, and Miles Davis wanted the people to come out with they should go ahead and put it out, and Sly Stone of Sly and the Family Stone didn't. He said, I don't think they should actually come out with it, and I was like, yeah, they really shouldn't. I was like thinking, I'm like, man, that's not. If he didn't know if it would be coming out, he shouldn't. So I was like, I'll never listen to Miles or whatever. I remember I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be honest, keep it real. And Miles Davis, he knows this, so I've been to his house, all that, his childhood house, all that. So we on great terms, you know what I'm saying? So I did some work for him. Of course he's been passed before I was able to do anything, drive or anything. I was 6 years old when he passed. So crazy thing is, he was like, when I was in the CD store one day, and I was looking around, something told me, said, go to the jazz section. I was getting into jazz way before that time though, but so I was listening to different stuff, and I seen some Miles Davis CDs, like maybe like 4, 5, or 6 of them, a few of them, and I was like, I don't know, because that was this whole thing with what he wanted the public to be able to see Jimi Hendrix's sex tape, and I was like, something was telling me, no, go ahead and get his CDs. You gonna miss out on something. I was like, what? I said, he said, yes, man, this is Jimi, man. Go get his CDs. Because I found out Jimi Hendrix wanted him to be in his like in a group, or they make some music together. He wanted to assemble a collection of artists and or musicians and put them together, and they work on his album to get like his music or his albums together. I was like, wow. So when I was like, Jimmy's like, he was just telling me, he said, go ahead and get his albums. Whatever you see, go get them. Get them. Trust me, you're gonna love it. Okay. So I get him. I'm blown away. I was like, wow. I was like, I'm glad you told me to do it. I'm like, I didn't know too much about him or anything like that. So at all. So wow. I was just like, I got a few of them. Bitches, Brew, Aghartha, TUTU, In a Silent Way. What else did I get? It was a classic Columbia album with John Coltrane and Miles Davis together playing. What else I ended up getting? I got Kind of Blue. I got that too also. So I listened to him. I'm like, man, he was just like very on what his like, what I'm saying? I'm not I don't know every form, but I know when I hear great music, I know it. So long story short, I'm glad I listened instead of being like, oh, I'm gonna be defiant, whatever, not even get his music, whatever. But no, like, I'm glad I did, because Jimi, of course, wanted him to be in this group for a reason, or wanted him to put out some music with him for a reason. So on my way to where Miles Davis has passed, I was listening to this album in a silent way. That was one of the ones I was listening to. So that's the one I chose to listen to. Maybe a few months ago, what was that, around like September of 2021, I was at his childhood house. I'm like, because like it was all in East St. Louis, and I was there, went around the city, St. Louis, all that. Even went to where they have a statue of him in Northeast St. Louis, because you gotta go. You gotta. Is East St. Louis is east of the Mississippi River, and St. Louis is west of the Mississippi River. So yeah, when I went there, I was like, man, his house, and it's like something a lot of people probably won't realize, and I'm not even gonna divulge that information. So I'll just keep that for myself. I don't want anything to happen to anything around there. So it's a very spiritual place. And his music, man, I got to see I watched some of his interviews after I listened to his music. One of his interviews, showing he was a very strong person. I found out he became addicted to heroin, and he quit it cold turkey. I was like, wow. That's real willpower, because a lot of people, they just like, that's some of the strongest drugs out there, and some people, they just can't let it go. And he said he just quit it cold turkey. Forget the guy's name. He actually interviewed Jimi Hendrix too, also, not at the same time, but right before Jimi Hendrix passed. I can't remember the guy's name, but yeah. What else? What else? Oh yeah, and I found out him and Ciceley Tyson, they were married for a few years. You know, I was like, wow. I was like, that was Ciceley Tyson? Like, I didn't even know that. So I ended up looking a lot of things up about him. Like, when you look up things about people, of course you're not gonna, unless these things come to you, unless you start looking for yourself, you can just like, oh, these things just stick out to you. So I just wanted to give veneration and appreciation to like the music I got to hear from. I'm still listening to. So if I ever catch anything I haven't heard, I'm definitely gonna get it. So I'll be like, but yeah, Miles Davis was, man, I don't even like to say favorite, but like most keen to my ear. This is one of the ones that's most keen to my ear. But Brew, of course, and Aghartha, a lot of different ones like I like, you know what I'm saying, from him. Of course, but yeah, he was very talented. Of course, like I'm not a jazz aficionado or anything like that, but I just love music, and I know music. But yeah, I just want to give reverence to Miles Davis and say what up and peace to him. But I'm gonna go ahead and leave something for Miles too also. Of course, this is Halloween. I almost forgot to say, this is like the 6th installment of the Day of the Dead, Dia de Muerte. That means the Day of the Dead on Halloween. So as you can tell, it's getting dark outside. It's only like 6 something right now. So I'm gonna leave something for him, and you're gonna see what I'm talking about. Okay. I'm gonna leave a candle for Miles Davis, and also want to pour out a little liquor too also. I'm gonna light the candle first. So like the veil is very thin between the spirit world and on the physical world. So these are just physical bodies. So these physical bodies have to expire one of these days. But the thing is, being able to speak to these deities while they're outside of their physical form, like you do the same thing with your family members, especially when you listen to the music. So when you listen to their music, certain things that come to you, and when these things come to you, you can make do what you do with it, and they'll be able to tell you certain things or help you out on your way, but you can't see in the physical. They can get there a lot faster because they don't have to have a physical body to get there to make do. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and pour that liquor out, and yeah. All right. Ashe, Miles Davis. Ashe. Ashe. Ashe, Miles Davis.